So, 1111 on the clock, and I have just arrived for the first time with this van that I'm gonna dismantle, so to speak, from being like the most basic but well equipped camper van into an amazing vehicle. I had the privilege of being able to travel in this for almost 8 weeks, and it was an amazing journey. And now I have come back, new spot, and this one is going to be friggin' epic. So I'm going to use the next 3 months, give or take, to turn this into something amazing. And the base of the van is already friggin' amazing. So, and there's window in there, which I put in there before. And the setup now here is this. Okay, it's a mess in here, but I think this is pretty much what the setup is going to be afterwards as well, only not with this kind of wood. But I think I'm going to keep the setup the same, like, two parts for the kitchen, with the fridge and the tap, the cooker on gas, and then 2 seats over here with 80 liters of water, a toilet in there, and I'm going to make some kind of table here that you can maybe pop up or put and take away, because there's a double sliding door. The other one also slides open, and there's a passage to the 2 seats that are in the front. I wanted a 2-seater so you could walk through. And yeah, I'm gonna turn this Bumblebee yellow Peugeot Boxer from 2018 with give or take 170,000 kilometers on the clock, an epic makeover. The bed's also going to be in the back like this. The power setup is well, pretty much in there. I'm just going to redo it into the new setup, into the new build. I'm going to put probably also going to put that yellow gray diesel heater in here. And then the bed is across, which is 198, so the mattress is a bit packed because it's a 2-meter mattress, but it works, which is nice because if you do it sideways, you've got a lot of extra space left in the van. And of course, you've got a massive storage underneath here, which holds the power system. With solar power, you can charge by plugging in on the outside. I'm also going to add a charger, DC to DC, for when you're driving. There's a 300 amp hour energy battery in there, 1000 watt inverter. This setup is pretty much good to go. Got the 12 volt fuses here, the big fuses over there, and I'm gonna put a hot water boiler in there, 6 liters. It's not a lot, but you can do your dishes and like a quick rinse, shower rinse. Gas bottle is going to be here, and then you've got a ton of storage space in the back here, which I think is awesome. Bed lights, LED spots, and then for our trip we used some boxes to put here, but that's going to be actual closed cabinets. And I'm going to add some more storage. I don't know exactly yet how I'm going to do that, but yeah. This is pretty much the base for what I'm getting at. I'm going to put another window in the roof, and I think I want to put one small sliding window next to the bed, because we noticed while being in Portugal that it can get pretty warm, and if you have 2 windows that you can open across from each other, also the small sliding windows, it feels more safe when you're standing in a random spot somewhere, compared to leaving this big window open. That'll just allow somebody to actually put their hands in, open the door from the inside, and it doesn't feel so safe. So I want a small window that can give you some air in the night. All right, so just emptied the vehicle. Let's see what happened. Whoa. I recognized this from a couple of months ago. Only thing left in there is the electric setup, the floor, which is still good, and this temporary ceiling, which I don't know, I kind of like, but the plates are not top quality, and I put screws in there, so I'm gonna put a new ceiling in there. Also, it's for the height that it has, it's a bit too much and too dark, so it's gonna be a light ceiling. It's gonna be a lot lighter colors in here, but yeah, still got the bed lights there. But this is the basic or the base or the start of this van. Yeah, so we already got the window in there, got the double sliding doors, so you can open the window, but you can also just open the door, and then opening the window doesn't really do much anymore. That's great. But I did want a big window if there is like rain and it's too much to have the doors open. You can open up the window, which is nice, and there's going to be the 2 benches again and the table, so you can sit next to the window, which is also nice, also to have a little bit of light inside, of course, also when you have everything closed. Then there's going to be an extra window, I think, over here, just a small one at the bed. And this time before I had the bed on this height, but that means with the mattress it came all the way here, which is a pretty thick mattress, and it was just a bit too small on top of the bed. So I'm gonna bring the bed down a little bit, which is gonna make the garage a bit smaller, lower, but still plenty of storage space in here. And you need the space is more important to have inside on the bed. So yeah, the bed's gonna get a bit lower, I think pretty much until it's here. Yeah, I would like to put also a window in the roof, which is gonna be a bit difficult because there's only so many places you can do it because of these, I'm just gonna call them ribs, that make sure that the whole thing is just solid. So I cannot take those out, so that means it's gonna have to happen here or there. Actually, I want it above the bed, I think. But you'd say there's only so many places to go because of that. But there is another thing that makes that I cannot put it everywhere, which is the roof rack. So then you've got these spaces in between, but you don't know on the inside where those ribs are. So you can see how that goes. Plus, there's that. That's going to stay right there. It's been decided. I sure hope I'm not going to change my mind on that, because it was a shitty job to put that on there. I'm not even going to start. Okay, so yeah. This is what's going to happen. Sometimes I can just stare at this forever, imagining what I'm going to do where and what it means for the rest of the van, and then oh man, it's endless. I don't know who has this. Anybody? Let me know. There's still a lot more to tell, of course, which I will do along in this process for the upcoming 3 months. And yeah, ready for the next episode. And I'm gonna make a video in 3 months, give or take, that's gonna show me pretty freaking exhausted, but very satisfied with an amazing new camper. See how long the beard gets before we get to the end of this van. It's pretty big already. All right, guys, hope you enjoy it. We're on for the next project. See you later. Ciao.